My name is Bill Ritchie, and for the next few minutes, you will see how watercolors are applied to a woodcut plate and printed onto paper. The artist doing the demonstration is Akira Kurosaki from Kyoto. The Japanese and also the Chinese and Koreans printed woodcuts with watercolors, whereas Europeans and other Occidentals used mainly oil-based inks. Kurosaki is fond of blending two or more colors, a technique known as bokashi. This can be done in oil as well, but it is done in water-based ink here. We have seen many older woodcuts in Japanese art which use bokashi. Kurosaki is a modern artist who uses some traditional techniques. His tools are similar to the ones used hundreds of years ago, the brush and the baren, for example. The baren is his printing tool, made of a small, flat disc of bamboo fiber, covered with a bamboo sheath and a lacquered back. His prints are much larger and much more colorful than the one you see here, and are made of as many as 10 to 15 different blocks, and being up to 2 or 3 feet in dimension. You are seeing him during a demonstration at the University of Washington School of Art in the summer of 1980.
So in the beginning, you should understand the difference between the paper, difference quality of the paper between Japan and China. You know, Japanese paper is much stronger and hard and thick than Chinese paper, and it's laminated too. But this one also laminated too. Probably you can see how laminated.
When the paper is first made or after it's dried?
You can see, right? You know, when I squeeze the paper, you know.
In the paper press?
You know the technique of how to make a paper. You know, they had some screen, you know, and when squeeze the paper and transfer the paper different way, different part, different place. You know, at that time in Japan, laminated two and place a cloth on the top and one paper, and laminated another paper and place a cloth. Cloth separated, cotton cloth separated each paper, so it's become such a paper, right? And even if laminated too, but each one also has a strong character more than Chinese paper. Chinese paper usually made by bamboo. It's also very interesting technique. You know, I cannot imagine such a very hard bamboo can get such a soft paper. You know, it's a mulberry paper, and I ordered this paper for my paper master to make 60% mulberry and 40% pulp. Because wood pulp, not cotton pulp. Because you know, 100% mulberry is a little bit hard, too hard to print such a strong color, and has a natural color. So it's not so white. And bleach is not so good, you know, for paper. Paper become very weak for bleaching, right? So I asked her to mix the wood pulp. Wood pulp is very soft, and it's easy to squeeze water pigment. And both way, Chinese technique and Japanese technique, also Western technique, need damping the paper. You cannot print a beautiful, you know, beautiful color on the paper without damping the paper. It's so hard, but making it soft and thicker, and it's a good effect to press. You know, right? don't don't dump directly. You know, it's too much. Paper get so wet. It's all right to get a question from people, right?
Questions?
If they have a question.
I don't know, you're doing such a good job.
Oh yeah, this is a plate, you know, using a Japanese plywood, and probably it's easier to show first plate, okay, first plate is here, and embossing part is only take off one laminated piece of wood, right? So this, how to say, not lady, but opposite part, I pressed chopstick and go around, make a round. So it's easy to make a, you know, such a embossing. If I use etching press, you know, or etching press this part too, you know, this part too, right? And also press the paper, all the paper. And Japanese paper is not so strong, not so heavy like Western paper. So it's become a very skinny, you know, very thin. And we lost the quality of the Japanese paper. So I don't want to use etching press for embossing, always by hand. Pigment itself is no, how to say, no problem to use normal watercolor and water pigment or gouache or poster color or powder, color powder itself. I usually make my own pigment from powder to mix up with gum arabic because you know, factory made watercolor is very thin. You know, the percentage of pigment is so small, and another amount is all of glue or some of the chemical things to make the cheaper, how to say, watercolor. Because, you know, all of a 100% color pigment would be become very expensive, very expensive. I always need to make my pigment, my own pigment, with 100% pigment. Okay, usually, you know, use a nail and takes a plate fixed on the table, so it's easy to cleanse. This is my drawing for this print, you know, and corner registration mark and straight registration mark. And in the beginning, I draw a lot of sketches on the paper. And if I decide to transfer to such a tracing paper, I make a whole outline by the pencil, whole outline. And probably you can see a different color pencil in each part, right? And this number is number of the plate, and it doesn't say any color, you know, just a different color, right? So it doesn't say orange, but you can see you know, gradation of the yellow and blue, right? And because of this mark, you know, such a complex part of the plate. Sometimes I forgot to transfer, you know. I made a mistake and I forgot to transfer. So if I marked here, marked each plate, so when I finish one part, I, how to say, fill same color pencil in this circle.
When he transfer one section, he makes this mark. He also transfer the marks. So which marks goes to which section? And he must keep track of these different marks in the bottom.
So you can see this size of the prints. You know, already you don't you cannot see a circle mark of the circle, right? When I transfer this small circle, I feel the same color inside of the circle, right? So it's easy to understand where I left, okay? This is my work, you know, from this original drawing. How to say it's not drawing, this design. Or planning, okay? I didn't miss any place, you know? So I filled up a whole place. Okay, thank you. 柔らかいよ。柔らかい。
I could have pulled on it. Spin like a top, you know.
It's a good ring. About 15 minutes, Japanese rice paper come to done and come to soft, very good condition for printing. It's already come to very good condition. And one of a very special technique for Japanese printing is using rice paste. Rice paste. But this one is not making by rice at all, and made by how to say wheat flour. Wheat flour, like very sticky. It's a little bit thick, so make it soft. ふのりじゃない。姫のり。And the reason of using this rice paste would be you know, watercolor hasn't any base, you know, how to say, any body, any body, right? Not like oil pigment. Oil pigment has a very sticky base, so it's easy to transfer to the paper by the pressing. But water pigment, if you not use paste, you know, pigment will spread out by the pressure. But if you mix this paste, you know, with pigment become a very sticky and has body, and it's easy to transfer to the paper. But you can print without this pigment, but you cannot print like my image, a very flat, strong color, will not be able to get without using this space. But in the beginning, woodcut prints by water pigment need damp the plate, because wood plate, it looks like how to say sponge, and absorb the water very strongly. So without damping on the surface, even if you give water pigment absorb the inside of the plate, right? So in the beginning you need to damp. So plate will be damped, and it's enough to keep the pigment on the top, right?
Just rubbing it in with the brush?
But it's a preparation. I will not print this because I'm waiting plate will damp enough. Okay? All right. Blue and yellow and blue. And paper, dumping paper. Okay. Sate. 何かこれでいいです。Okay, I'll put the ink this side and another ink to the another side. Right?
Are you going to print on this?
No.
I was going to say that's a review of your show in Kyoto. I wondered if that's what you do with your reviews. Or in Tokyo.
I made a mistake to cut. Place the paper to the corner illustration and line illustration. Okay? Print it again.
Those reviews make good paper. So.
A little bit thick, Tracing paper would be good.
Are you using lots of pressure?
Yes. In the beginning, this brush hasn't so much ink, and also this plate will not keep so much ink. So everybody will disappointed in the first printing. But this brush and the plate will become very intimate with pigment, so that's come to very beautiful printing. So please don't disappointed for your first printing. It's not so beautiful like that, but come to good breathing and good gradation. Okay, so printing again. I usually print twice for gradation and also flat space. Still a little bit dry and also such a strong light. I never print with strong light. Oops. Okay. Or okay, I'll try not to use pigment. We'll come to different texture, right?
Paste?
Without paste.
Without paste.
Maybe. Without glue. Can you see? Very small dot. Without paste, water pigment become a small spot. Because no base, so by the pressure, pigment spread out, and come to like a sesame. We call the sesame effect. Sesame effect. Okay.
Oh, the Baren? Mm-hmm. That's a good question.
This is a Baren cord. It's a very expensive. You cannot imagine it costs over $400. Over $400
for that piece of string.
Yes. And this is a hemp strings, and make such a spiral, and keep this one inside of the how do you call this one? Protector? No.
日本語で
Ategawa. Holder.
holder and also 汗を止める役目もある。
By the lacquer. Keep out the moisture from the hand by the lacquer, And this one was made by 50 sheets of laminated Japanese thin paper. So it's a very strong, like wood, more stronger than wood. It's a very, flexible. Okay, so keep the string cord inside of the holder and wrapped by the bamboo sheath, would be a Japanese traditional pressing tool called Baren. And I made such a Baren in the United States, by chain. It's come to very heavier, but can give a strong power. it's all right. And this one is also inside has iron core. Or you can use such a beads, and glass ball. And this one also I made here last time by the cotton strings. So you can see twist two strings, two strings for fisherman's string, twist two, and twist it again. So come to 4 knots. See. So this knot very strong, and if you make a spiral by this cord, it's come to a nice button. Right? Probably I can make a nice button by some plastic things, and separated the holder and a part of the pressure, and I have a plan to make adjustable part of the press, so you can change this part of the pressing part, soft one and heavy one, different things. So maybe during this year I would like to start to make this kind of press. And it's a very quite nice looking, and very traditional and historical looking. But the problem is so expensive and difficult to find, and difficult to change the bamboo seeds. It's very nice wrapping design. Like a beautiful package design, right? But you cannot wrap this way. Without trying over 100 or 200 bamboo seeds, you see. Still, I'm also still difficult to wrap this one. I don't like to work on wrapping bamboo seeds. If you glue this cord in the holder, right? It's easy. It's also available to print without bamboo seed. But you cannot hold. You have to make a handle on this holder. So my idea is making a holder, handle on the top of the holder, and it's how to say adjustable. Please try to make a woodcut next year by the new button. Okay. If they have a question.
I don't know, you're doing such a good job.
Oh yeah, this is a plate, using a Japanese plywood. And,
I'm transferring a videotape from 1980 to digitize it so that I can put it on the web for everybody's enjoyment. This is Kurosaki Prints Again. That's the title of the video. As I work, I think how lucky I've been to know Kurosaki back in that time, and to know how to make video, to work with the UW, University of Washington, and the people in the community that brought Kurosaki here, Erica Williams and Ann Johnson Gallery. I consider myself very lucky to be able to bring this back up into the 21st century. This is 2016, and I understand Kurosaki is now 79. He was at the University of Washington several times, and every time he came, we learned so many things. We were that close to having woodcut in this Japanese manner, known variously as mokuhanga or sosakuhanga. We were that close to having it in the curriculum in the 1980s.